Many moons have passed since our heroes, Danir Highwind, Wolfgang Connolly, and Asmo, brought peace between the two military forces of the continent of Marmaria. The city of Dragon's Rest has become anything but restful. Civil unrest has been brewing between those of the lower class and those who support the rule of the Dragon King Bahum. Meanwhile, the town is abuzz with rumors of a vigilante stalking the streets at night, the Wraith of Dragon's Rest, as it's come to be known. On the surface, things seem calm, however, even while the royal family busily prepares for an upcoming summit with the lords of the northern lands. The realm is at peace, but unseen threats continue to brew below the surface. Wolfgang, you've marveled at the growth of both physical and mental of your young son, Elliot, as you and Jamat moved back into your familial estate in Dragon's Rest in order to allow you to better run and oversee the production of your academy. At nearly 2 years old now, he's mastered all sorts of words, some of which you're not sure his mother would be a fan of, and he's running around so fast that even you are having trouble keeping up with him sometimes. You've taken time to hone your skills with Jamat, training the way you used to so long ago, and tuning and honing Requiem to the point that it now feels like an extension of yourself again. You'd wished you could have spent more time setting up your academy as you walk past its front gates. You read the sign, still being painted, Calum Diaboli, a fitting name. You were able to hire a few skilled adventurers who specialize in the hunting of unnatural beasts to act as instructors to the young cadets, and did your best to teach them your the curriculum you wish to impart. But with only so much time in the day, you've made peace with the fact that they're as ready as they can be. As you walk through the polished wood halls, made possible by the royal family's contributions, you think back on the journey that made all of this possible. To Danir, who has made time to drop by and catch up with you once a week or so, and to Osmo, who you don't see quite as often and unfortunately turned down your invitation to join the guild in pursuit of his own goals. Maybe he'll see the light someday. But right now, the one thing going through your head the most, as you step out to a podium in front of 24 inaugural freshman recruits for the new academy, is how much you wish you had taken the time to draft a proper speech. They look on at you with bated breath.
Initiates and acolytes of the Kylum Diaboli. You are here now because you wish to see the realm safe from creatures of the night, unseen evils. For that you must be applauded. You, special few, who are willing to risk your lives for the safety of your fellow man. Know that this path comes with great danger. Evil things stalk the night. But I was once what you are, and you will become what I am. Kylum Diaboli.
And at the starting of Jamat's clapping, people begin to applaud one after the other as your counselors and instructors just nod approvingly at the speech that you'd come up with. And with that, another member takes the stand and begins barking orders, telling them to divide up into groups and where they'll be going and where they'll be training, where they'll be staying unless they are staying in town, or unless they already have residence in town. Jamat is standing off to the side as you step down. Well said, sir. Well said.
Got put on the spot. I ain't used to speeches and stuff. I just said what was on the top of me head.
Well, you seemed like a natural, sir, and I'm sure it'll come easier as you go on.
Hopefully. I can only hope.
Yes. We can only hope. You
No,
got
I'm
a
not
promising
here to give
group of
speeches.
people here, though.
Yeah, a few of them look nervous, but I'll make hunters out of them yet.
Well, I'm sure, yeah. Not exactly instilling them with courage, what with the talks of them that goes bumps in the night filling through their heads.
Well, they're gonna have to learn
True
that
enough,
this
sir.
isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This is bloody work that we do.
It is indeed. The Connollys have been at this for many a year. Oh, but here I am prattling on. I gotta go get ready for dinner. Would you mind stopping by, my brother Tinry, he, promised they'd stop by for their weekly dinner. I think he's scattered again.
I'll go fetch him for you.
All right, thank you, sir. And Jamat runs off, grabs little Elliot's hand, and they kind of stumble off together.
Be good, Elliot.
Bye. He waves as he starts to kind of like waddle off. Oh, he'll be good, sir. Ain't that right, young master? Fuck!
Hey, that's reserved for when you stub your toe, young man.
And you make your way through the halls and back out. You look up at the tower, the Whistlestein spire, and then you look over at the newly formed academy not too far away from where you've set up shop. The Academy of Arcane, the Academy of the Arcane Innate. Denier has spent a lot of time helping get that place to set up. And Denier, it's there that we join you. You stand with your eyes closed, the power of your gem emanating in your hands. The voice of Ramses Palto calms you. Now, remember, I'm here. No need to worry about its influences. Just reach out with your mind and feel it. You try to clear your mind, but you have so many thoughts that it's hard to calm them all. The new spell you just learned from the Whistlestein College, the parcel you promised Venariel to drop off at Talos and Timry's. How is Mary getting along at the new academy now that it's open? You try to quiet them down. Roll me a wisdom save.
That is a nat 1. I knew it was coming.
You feel the flood of thoughts breach through your brain. And you take 1 psychic damage as Ramses Palto puts his hand on your shoulder. Calm yourself. It's okay. Deep breath. All of these gems have their own special power. It's up to you to bend it to your will. Now, try again.
Right.
You attempt to calm your thoughts. Roll this one with advantage.
Okay. 23.
As you calm all the thoughts, you channel the energies coursing through you, making you and the gem one and the same, and you feel it happen. You feel a great whoosh. And from the very far end of the room, you hear, "Wonderful! Wonderful!" You open your eyes. You are now 30 feet further away from Ramses Palto. You see, you just need to learn how to control it. Now, you have unlocked this ability from the stone that, as an action, you can roll a wisdom save by trying to induce this stone to your will. And on a pass, you can move yourself and up to 3 normal-sized creatures up to 50 feet into any unoccupied space. On fail, you will be moved to a random space and take some psychic damage, which is unreducible by your arcane ward.
Interesting.
That's fun.
See, my boy, I told you, all you had to do was bend it to your will. It's about being stronger than the forces within.
Yes. I've seen this thing almost lend aid on its own, by its own will in the past. But it's a whole different thing to impose your own will onto it.
Yes, but You've come quite far in the 9 months since we've started. And just look at all of this around us. He gestures to this large, open, concrete and marble room, just embedded with runes everywhere. Without your help, this place wouldn't be quite the same. It's very nice to finally have a place to teach those like me how to control their gifts. So it's the very least I could do to assist you in your efforts.
Indeed. Now the next thing that we have to do is make sure that our students are taken care of, and to get that stigma and the word magic blood removed and replaced with sorcerer.
I prefer the arcane innate, but we'll see what comes of it. It will, as everything, be a process. But when we work together, I imagine it will be that much easier.
I agree.
Well, carry on, my friend. I believe you mentioned you had some work to do today. So, as do I.
Until next time, Ramses.
Until next time, my friend. He bids you adieu and sees you out of the academy. You walk through the halls of polished marble and steel, runes etched everywhere to try to suppress some of the innate magical abilities of those that wander its halls. Runes of Ramses' own design as well. He's quite a intelligent man. You could tell that he'd make an amazing wizard if he weren't so gifted with magic already.
Mm-hmm.
As you step out into the night, you see the moon above you. It's a nice, calming feeling as you make your way towards Talos and Timrys. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, we join Asmo. Asmo, through the leads offered to you by the royal family, you've been able to track down a few hideouts of those who associate with the Deadeyes, and some where they may even train Deadeye initiates. And through that, you've been able to track down and interrogate a few, to say the least. And tonight, you found a special prey. Because something's been brewing. They've been after something, and you think you found something big. You're just hoping that you're the first one to get there, because you want the first swing at it. As you follow the initiate through the twisting streets of the back alleys of Dragon's Rest, he looks left and right and enters a warehouse, and you sneak in behind him.
Oh, really now? Like poke my head in?
Yeah, you poke your head in and duck behind a little wagon that's been parked there.
Oh, okay.
You see around that there's a few meeting here. Looks like 4 of them at your first glance. Man behind the table looks up. Were you followed? You smirk to yourself because you know the answer.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody's watching today. Yeah, gotta be careful. We don't want to... Shadows would have a goddamn head if they knew that we were followed and anything happened to any of this. Yeah, don't worry. I was extra careful. I doubled around, I backtracked, and I always looked over my shoulder. One from the far end of the room inspecting the barrels chortles. You lot seem pretty scared. What, are you afraid of the ghost? The ghost? Nah, man. I worry about the snake. Doesn't matter. It's not like either of them could have found us here anyway. They continue chatting innately. You know, I don't know why anybody be worried about the ghost. It's just a frickin' urban myth. Everybody knows it's all just the snake anyway. I don't know, a buddy of mine said he saw the ghost. Well, yeah, but, I mean, ain't your buddy insane? Yeah, after he saw the ghost. You look at these men and you gauge their strengths, and yeah, they might have the numbers advantage, but you think you pretty clearly have them outskilled.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about this real fast. Sorry, 1 second. This is not what I expected, but I'm loving it. A big smirk on my face right now. I look down at my ring of melee defense that I have. Asmo just looks at that, and as well as the magic ring. He just looks at his 2 blades, and wonders when it's time to take his shot.
Yeah, you gauge the room till. I mean, you're
I'm
clearly the only one here right now, which is nice. Finally, you're the first one in. And then as they continue their conversations, you hear the shattering of a window high above as a mysterious figure drops in. It's a figure familiar to you. It's a shroud of smoke billowing out like a smoky cousin-it from the Addams family.
Oh. Whoa.
2 red crimson eyes peer out. Holy shit, it's the ghost! You who stand here, you now face the Wraith. What? The Wraith. You know what, fuck it. And you see 3 silver balls of arcane energy appear in its hand. These strike true, those with wicked in their heart. He flings them forward, and if you wish to, now would be the time to make a move or roll initiative.
Asmo is gonna. Can he duck behind the one guy and just put him in a sleeper hold immediately? The guy he followed in here. Can Asmo pretty much go up
Yes,
behind
I
him
will
and
let you roll a grapple check with advantage. So make an athletics check.
Athletics check. Alrighty. Asmo rolls up behind him. Asmo's gonna put what do I have to say to activate my ice blade again? I forget it off the top of my head.
Ekor Nog.
Ekornog. Thank you. Asmo goes, Ekornog. And he puts the blade right up behind his neck. And I'm doing athletics. 23.
23. Yeah, you got this guy in a sleeper hold with a knife to his throat.
So, and Asmo starts backing up with him immediately with the blades underneath his neck.
Meanwhile, the 3 other men in here are looking at this shroud of mist as he throws forth these 3 spinning balls. As they spin in the air, they each track out to another man as they swirl around and smack each of them in the face. They take a noticeable amount of damage from this. Now roll initiative.
Okay. 16.
16. This is you, and you, and you, you, and you. All right. Asmo, it is your turn. As you have this guy in a chokehold, you can either roll melee damage or you can...
Can Asmo talk to him as a free action, or would that be an action in the current?
Free action. Talking is a free action.
All right, if you want me, I can leave. Speaking of the snake, you were wrong. Now I can leave you to whatever the hell that is, or you could answer my questions, and you have a minute to do it, or however long he has before he kills your friends. Now answer me this. Where is Deus? Or a man who knows where he is. Shh. Answer carefully. Otherwise, this ends one way for you.
I'm still new. I don't know her. I don't know her.
Fine. Then tell me where your boss is.
He's over there. He points forward.
And is it the guy across from the table?
It's the guy over by the barrels he's pointing at.
Shit.
What do you want to do with your hostage?
Oh, Asmo's gonna shove the blade in.
All right, roll attack with advantage.
Alrighty, and 27.
All right, roll your damage.
6 plus 2.
He goes down.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's like grasping his throat, like basically just slit right across the neck.
Asmo, can I move anymore, or is that it for me?
That was your attack action. You still have a movement and a second attack.
So Asmo is going to run over behind the another wagon that's halfway there, halfway towards the leader by the barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And Asmo is going to essentially throw out a dagger, but kind of go for non-lethal damage.
Daggers, unfortunately, cannot be non-lethal.
Right. Oh, you can't do non-lethal? Well, what do I want to do in this situation? I already spoke, so... Asmo's just going to throw a dagger. All right, I missed anyways, 12.
All right, which one were you aiming at?
I was aiming at the one by the barrels, the leader.
Okay, yeah, you missed with the 12.
No worries. I guess that ends my turn.
All right. The mound of mist begins to move. It's kind of swaying back and forth as it does so. It seems shapeless as it makes its way forward. And then the mist begins to envelop the man that you threw the dagger at. You hear a couple of bone-crunching cracks.
Oh my god.
1, 2. Yeah, you hear 2 bone-crunching cracks as this man is essentially... It sounds like he's just kind of combo pummeled.
That thing that it's that thing that Akuma does.
Basically.
Oh Jesus.
And he is now considered unconscious. Meanwhile, his buddy over here is going to... He basically pulls out an axe and goes straight to swing down at the Wraith.
Okay, best.
Attacking with disadvantage, and he misses completely. It looks like it goes straight through the mist, but all that comes out on the other end is more mist as he swings through. He makes a second attempt. And again, misses completely. Oh no. Guy by the table, noticing you, begins to move over to you.
Oh, fuck.
He pulls out a dagger and tries to go for your abdomen.
Okay.
And misses. He tries to make a second swipe up after you dodged out of the way and rolls another 2. Goddamn. And misses as he swings up. It is now your move again.
Well, Asmo's having none of that right there. Asmo pulls out Frostbite, and Asmo goes for a stab with Frostbite and misses, unfortunately.
It's okay. You still have several more attacks.
That's right. Asmo pulls out the Fire Ant and slashes the midsection.
That'll
with
hit.
Fire Ant. And that's 7 fire damage.
Oh, this hits him pretty good as you make a slash straight across his chest. There is a searing, sizzling sound as Fire Ant connects with his flesh. And his eyes widen and tear up as he realizes exactly what just happened. You have one more attack.
Ah, good, because Asmo's going to take this opportunity to bite him in the neck.
Go ahead and roll for bite.
16.
That'll hit.
And that is 7 piercing, 3 poison with his bite attack.
And as you, as your head wraps around out of the corner of your eye, you can see his eyes begin to fade as the poison takes effect, and he crumples down to the ground. All right, you still have a move action.
Oh, I'm wondering if I want to risk trying to go grab that unconscious body. It would take an action, though, to pick him up, to grab him by the foot and drag him, right?
Yeah, you can still move and use a... Yeah, you can still move if you want to, though.
Asmo is going to stand right... He's just going to stand on right behind the body he just killed. And it's going to look right at this wraith-like smoke creature. And that's going to have both of his blades out, pretty much. But like in like just kind of with his arms crossed, almost letting the wraith do his business more or less.
Yeah, the wraith turns toward the individual who just swung the axe through him as you're doing this. And you only hear one bone-smacking crunch this time.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
But it was a big one, as this other guy gets knocked out as well. The eyes look over to you. Looks like you beat me here this time, Asmo.
Oh.
Do I know him?
You know it's Garrick.
Yes, indeedy do, Garrick.
Careful how you throw around the names.
You just said
I'm not sure
Asmo.
how- Yes, but they know you.
That's true, I do want them to know me. So
Meanwhile,
you're going with the Wraith now instead of the Ghost? Is that
look,
what you are?
I've been trying to. It's very hard because I've been having to use less. Hold on. The smoke begins to dissipate as you see Garrick standing in front of you with a metal mask with 2 red light-up eyes as the smoke billows down to his feet and then begins to fade into the floorboards.
Did he ever tell me where he got that?
You can assume it was the thing he needed to get made.
Not
But
gonna lie. You got a flair. You got a lot of flair for what you're going for. They're scared shitless.
yeah, that's the goal. Plus anonymity.
That is true, since you went with you being the police and all that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully these two will yield some good information.
Now the leader's the one right there by the barrels, so I'm definitely gonna have some questions for him.
Good to know the other 2 bodies are going to be harder to explain. I really wish you would work cleaner. He kind of shakes his head, but I get it.
No, well, you have to forgive me. The first one was more or less because I'm just in the mood because you busted in. The second one, he asked for it. Literally, he tried to stab me. So, besides
Well.
beating faster with my teeth.
And the Asmo clamp just bites down.
Besides, people are going to be able to see that I bit down on him.
Yeah,
I
well,
want them
may
to
as
know
well
it's me.
see what they've been hiding here.
Let's do it, buddy.
Asmo looks around. He looks on the table and stuff real quick.
Yeah, on the table you find basically a pile of information, what looks to be like a dossier of like kind of accounting, like trade stuff.
Do I want that?
Garrick comes over to you and he examines it.
Notes here for your board of intrigue.
Looks like it's written in code. Hopefully one of those 2 will be able to read it.
Robert the leader. That's probably why he's here. Question is, what's in the barrels? I'm ever so curious.
Asmo,
Yeah, Garrick looks at the little bag on the table. It seems to be full of narcotics.
Do whatever you want with the drugs.
Well, it'll be a good reason to get some people in here.
Sprinkle it around on them. They'll think they did it.
I think they'll think they did it regardless.
Yeah, that's fair.
Asmo kind of like can Asmo just punch open the barrel to see what's inside it?
Yeah, if you pop open the barrel, you just kind of pry open the lid with one of your daggers. And inside looks to be and smells to be some sort of wine.
And a bunch of booze.
Asmo just like extends his long tongue.
It's pretty good.
It's good wine.
What about over here?
Wait, why? What are you seeing over there?
Asmo, actually, Asmo with a little bit of rope. Can Asmo have a little bit of rope on him?
Yeah.
Asmo ties up the leader and also the stooge.
Yeah, they seem pretty beaten up.
There you go. I tie him back to back essentially.
All right.
Oh boy, what do we got here?
I don't know. Maybe the thing they were guarding.
How do you want to do this? You want to go down and do the whole Wraith thing? And I just follow you? Or I go down and they just see, if there's anyone else, they just see a snake. They're like, oh shit, it's the snake. And then the Wraith comes down like, oh fuck, we double fucked up.
If you, the eyes glow and the smoke begins to billow again. If you don't mind.
I go for it. Be my guest since I beat you here first.
This time. If I recall, I'm the one who got, first hit in, so.
I was here before you, though. I let you have it.
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that as we go. And Garrick walks down the stairs and you follow him.
Yes, Asmo does.
Down the stairs, you find a series of cages. And there are some people inside of them.
Shit.
A couple of them crying and looking over, just definitely terrified to see the Wraith.
Asmo Asmo puts up. You know how Asmo has this little like neckerchief. Asmo puts it over his face a little bit, just so you can see his eyes.
Yeah.
So
A bunch of the people kind of cower back as the Wraith walks by. He says,
Fear not. You are being rescued. The police will be here momentarily. Stay calm.
but as you walk around, you spot a familiar face in one of the cages.
Who do I see in one of the cages?
It's somebody you haven't seen in many months, not since you were up north. You see the face and platinum blonde hair of Hackus. He's just kind of sitting, rocking back and forth.
Asshole just like literally has his hands on his hips and like it's just like yeah, having that you gotta be fucking shitting me face going on.
He looks at the Wraith. Ooh, that's so cool. How do you do that?
Are you not afraid?
Nah. Oh, is that some sort of mechanism? Ooh.
This bunch of dark magic.
He looks over to you as you speak. Hey, mister, you sound familiar.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I do.
I think have I seen you before? What?
No, we've never met.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty good with faces.
Oh my god.
Asmo like reaches through is he through the bars?
Yes, and he's actually
Asmo
kind of standing pretty close to you, just kind of looking forward.
Asmo grabs him by the neck and pulls him into the bars.
Ow!
Listen here, buddy. I'm not here. Do you understand me, Hackus? And why the hell you're here? Oh, I have a million questions. You always show up at the worst possible place, at the worst possible time.
Well,
Why
this time
are
it's not my fault. Also, you know me, so we have met.
Asmo like pops open the door. Can Asmo pop open the door?
Yeah, you can unlock it pretty easily.
Asmo grabs him and starts shoving him out upstairs.
Up, okay, bye everybody.
Asmo like takes him outside of the warehouse and shoves him up against a wall.
Whoa, okay.
Doing that whole double fist thing by his throat.
Explain to me why
Asmo pulls down his neck. Asmo pulls down his face thing.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, you better. No, that's a different guy. Now explain to me why you're here.
Well, I was just coming back because I found something and I wanted to give it to my uncle
Okay.
and my grandpa. And
I don't know who either of those are. Yes, that's crazy. Who is your uncle and grandpa? There, Hackus.
well, my grandpa Talos and my uncle Timry. And I found something and I wanted to give it to him.
Okay.
And then these guys, they were nice. They showed up and they wanted to help me. And then they put me down here.
Help you into a cage?
It seems like it. But obviously that wasn't going to work out. They took my bag though. It's in there somewhere.
Oh, for God's sake. Okay. How do they want to help you? Like, why did they take you though? Like, why? I get that. Why you were taken? It's just why you've not been killed is a miracle to me. You seem to stumble into everything. But please tell me why they took you.
Probably the same reason they took the rest of those people.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Asmo just like looks up to the sky. God.
What does your bag look like?
I can help you look for it. It's brown.
No,
it's got,
stay
like, these...
here.
Okay.
I will
It
grab
looks
your
like it
bag.
kind of has like a little face on it. It's like with like beads and stuff. It's pretty hard to miss.
Asmo just like puts him down and walks back in. Dun 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 dun. Walks downstairs and looks for is there a pile of stuff?
Tell you what, roll me an investigation check.
Okay. That's 10.
As you're looking around, you're not finding too many belongings of people. And as you like go back upstairs to think maybe it's up there, you find Hackus rooting through one of the carriages. Found it!
That's great.
Asmo's got his hands on his hips like, fucking this guy.
There.
So
All right.
Yeah, these guys were trying to help me find my grandpa and uncle's shop, and, well, obviously it's not
Did
here.
they tell you? Did they put their arms around you, say, "Come with us," and they walked
Yes!
you into this goddamn place?
Yes,
Yeah, they're-
actually.
they were going to either rob you
Uh-huh.
or sell you, or apparently sell you somehow.
Oh,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
wonder how much I'm worth. How much would you pay for me?
For you? Oh, that's a different conversation. That's a long conversation. And
Yeah.
more.
I'm still a little lost. Do you know where it's been a while since I've been here. Do you know where their shop is?
Yes, I do.
It's late. Is it in the middle of the night though?
Yeah, it's kind of in the evening. Like early
do.
evening. Like, it's definitely the moon is in the sky.
Asmo just leans down. Asmo just says down. Is Garrick, aka the Wraith, down there still?
Yeah, he's just taking inventory.
As
And-
Asmo puts his mask on, says to him,
The Wraith. Something has come up, and I now must leave. Best of
Fine.
luck to you and good hunting.
To you as well.
Asmo comes upstairs, takes a duff with me. Asmo just grabs him by the back of his shirt.
Okay.
And starts walking. There we
He's kind of like zips off with you. Wolfgang, we join you as you're heading towards Talos and Timrys. And on your way there, you actually come across Daenerys.
Hey,
Hey, how'd the ceremony go?
ceremony went, well, better than I expected.
Good. Good to have the new class out there on the streets.
Yeah, well, I just hope they retain the knowledge, honestly.
Yeah.
Sort of a risky endeavor, the whole thing is, but you know, I'm only one man.
Yeah, but risk is a part of the business.
That is fair enough, considering all we've been through. I'm on my way to Talos and Timrys. You want to tag along?
Yeah, I got a package to deliver. The Wizzlesteins have something for them.
Huh. All right.
You guys make your way cross town toward Talos and Timrys, and you open up the door and you hear the familiar clanging coming from downstairs. And Talos greets you at the top. Ah, welcome to it's you again. Hello.
Yes, hello, Talos. It's Timurian.
Let me hear. Motherfucker! Goddamn piece of... Ah! Yep, he's here.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Young Daenerys, what brings you in today?
I got a package. He walks over and he sets the package onto the counter. Was asked to deliver it here.
Excellent. He takes a look at it. I'll open it later. Shoves it under the desk.
How's everything going? Business doing good?
A little slower than usual, but can't complain. At least I got nice ambience. Son of a bitch! It keeps things lively.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to steal him from you.
That time of week again, is it?
Yeah. Jamot wants him over for dinner, and, well, he could probably use time away from whatever he's doing.
He has been at it quite a bit, working on his, quote, Arcanaton, as he's loved to call it these days.
So he's finally got a name for it, huh?
Yes, he seems quite fond of it.
That sounds like it, yeah.
You hear the bell ring behind you as Asmo walks in with another familiar face. You see Hackus there with him.
Here's where it is, okay?
Oh! Oh, hey, it's you guys!
Oh, hey, it's you guys.
Oh, hey, Uncle hey, Grandpa Talos! Ah, my boy!
Oh, hey, it's you guys? What, Hackless, what are you doing here? And hello,
Oh,
Asmo?
I found. You know what? I'll just say it. I found him in a cage.
Yeah.
What were you... Are we aware of his illicit activities?
You know that Asmo has been hunting those of the underworld.
Huh.
Yeah.
They were gonna
Renegade.
sell me. How much do you think I'm worth?
Don't answer that question.
My boy, you're priceless.
Mm.
Thanks, Grandpa Talos.
Asmo just twists his head and makes a face.
Grandpa.
That explains why you didn't want to say anything up north if he's a Wizzlestein.
Yeah, they aren't really big fans of us down here. At least I think. I don't know. They've been things have been a little different up there. I mean, not that much different, but kind of different. But yeah, I've been down here for a while, just trying to figure out how to get back. But I'm here now. So, my boy, what brings you back? I mean, you've been on sabbatical for so long. Ooh, I found something for Uncle Timry. I found this thing in the forest, and I think he'd really like it. Yeah, go ahead and show it to him. He's downstairs. Yeah, that sounds right. He starts
Uncle
hopping downstairs.
Timry.
The fact he's so excited about the thing concerns me a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and follow him. I need to collect Timry anyway.
Also, long time no see, you guys.
When was the last time I saw them?
Probably would have been a couple of weeks ago. Denier would have coaxed you into going out to dinner with the two of them.
How's your last couple weeks been for you boys?
Busy?
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
How are each of your respective schools doing?
Recent.
How many
recent
people?
classes, all right.
So how many people have you conned into fighting monsters willingly there, Wolfgang, at this point?
How many people have I?
You have about 2,000. You have about 24 initiates and six teachers.
Maybe about 24. And I didn't con them. They came of their own volition.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just like Asmo's being a dick right now. He's not. He's not intentionally disrespecting. He's just, he's being he's needling him.
Oh, I guess a con would know one.
Oh, that's true, actually. Very true, as a matter of fact.
As
Wolfgang heads down to the cellar after Hackus.
Yeah, you guys head down and you see Timry marveling over this green, like large emerald green gem that Hackless has handed him. This might work. This might work. I'm glad you like it.
You gonna sell that for tons of money?
Timry like jumps up on like a little step ladder and like kisses Hackless like full on the forehead. Mwah! You're wonderful, my boy. Ha!
Wolfgang knocks on like the side of the workshop. I'm coming down.
Good, just in time, because I think I finally got it. Oh, this might just be what I've been looking for. He flips open the front of the Arcanaton, is what he's been calling it. And he inserts, like, he pulls out a cracked, broken gem, just dusts it out, and puts this in.
I would like to make an
please.
Arcana check on that gem, first of all.
He just did one, but go ahead.
4.
Sure looks magic. It's definitely pulsing with energy.
Is it pulsing even more now that I'm in the room?
No, just kind of like...
Okay. I had to double check that it wasn't one of my gems.
I lean in
basic-
towards Hackless. What did you just give him?
Something I found in the forest. The overgrowth. Over that way. I went the wrong way when I came home. Yeah, you see as he closes the chest plate of the Arcanaton, which is roughly about 5'5", maybe 5'7". It's got some digigrade jointed legs, and it starts to glow. The seams begin to glow as you begin to hear a voice echo from within. A blank faceplate with two facet eyes and two long metal rabbit-like ears that shift more curiously as it begins to gain sentience. Oh my god, it's moving! It's moving!
Hello?
I will walk up to Wolfgang.
Oh, Jamat's just kind of like, Timry is just kind of shaking with, oh,
I will lean in close to Wolfgang's face and go, "Hello?"
Yes, it talks! I knew it! Ladies and gentlemen, Monty
Hi.
Glue.
Finally.
Welcome.
It's been so long.
It's been 10,000 years.
I jumped into the wrong game. One second, let me jump. I'm so used to jumping into a different game. Oh my goodness. Here I am.
Wolfgang will look towards Hackus, then look towards Timry, then look back towards this thing. Be like, hi.
It works. It finally works. I can't believe it. Oh my god.
Gonna,
He hops
like,
back up on the ladder and kisses like Hackless like 1,000 times. I stop.
How tall is this thing?
It's about 5'7".
Okay. Oh, Asmo's just sitting on the stairs, like with fist under his chin, going, "What the fuck am I looking at?"
Do I notice the current company I have in this room?
Yeah, you see pretty much everybody around you as you look around.
Okay.
You
I
see
beeline
a
it
tall
and-
cat man. You see a human dressed all in white, a snake man, a tiny gnome who was in your face and whom you're fairly familiar with by this point from various
Yeah.
awakenings.
I'm gonna immediately, whoever's closest, whether it be Denier or Asmo, I want to beeline it immediately towards one of them.
Who would have gone down the stairs first?
Dinier probably would be down. Asmo's just kind of sitting on the stairs thing.
All right, so you walk up to the tall cat man.
Okay, I scan him.
Feline, question mark? Human,
All right.
question mark?
I add the feline part to my log. I approach the snake man in the corner, and I do the exact same thing.
Asmo's kind of got his hands up like a karate move, like just whoa.
Serpent.
Relax.
Snake. Snake, question mark, snake. Human, question mark.
Okay. I will add that also to my log.
What's it doing?
I have no earthly idea, but I love it!
I turn and look at the gnome I would know is Timry, correct?
Yes. Ah.
Hello, Timry.
Oh my god, it knows my name. You know my name. Perfect. Yes. Do you have a designation?
I am T-wig.
T-wig.
Yes, we are T-wig.
We are T-wig. Very interesting. It finally works. I'm so... He's just beside himself with joy. You see a platinum blonde elf kind of like walk up to you. So, like, how'd you get in there? Like, hi. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff there, and now there's like a gem in your stomach.
I do not have a stomach.
Are you? Oh, you're entirely in shit. That is so cool. And now he's kind of geeking out over you as he's like looking around you.
I am confused and uncomfortable.
Sorry, my bad. You're just really cool. Like both he and Timry are kind of like bouncing with excitement.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of like just trot around the room trying to get a feel for my body, I guess. I also kind of want to get a good sense of like what materials are here, like what metal pieces and parts and things.
Yeah, you're in a very different place. You feel like it's some type of cave, but at the same time, it's full of doodads and baubles and odds and ends. It's not like a rocky outcrop, and you can't hear any wind whistling through.
Ugh, I do not like this place.
Oh, would you like to go outside?
Yes, I would like this very much.
Okay, cool. Do you mind? He kind of like gestures to the three of you.
I don't mind. Denier actually starts leaving.
Yeah, you guys kind of
Think of
make
a
your
room.
way out of the narrow workshop.
Wolfgang's just sort of in stunned silence, just scratching his head, like, what has happened here?
Asmo's doing the same thing. Asmo's like, what?
Yeah, the gnome kind of steps out in front of you guys. I told you, Talos, I get it to work! And it's working! Neat. Yes! He says, come on up! He kind of like waves you up the stairs, T-wig.
All right. Did I hear what Talos said?
Yeah, he just says neat.
Did you say I am neat?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say you're neat.
What is this? What is neat?
Neat is... it is, exceptionally adequate.
I kind of like stiffen and look forward,
Neat.
and I keep walking forward.
Yes. Ah, and it learns, too.
This is fascinating.
I turn and look at Wolfgang.
What is wrong with your head?
My head?
Yes, you have a very flat piece, and then there is another piece on top. It looks very strange.
He looks up at the brim of his hat and he's like, oh, this... He plucks the hat off his head.
Oh God, do not do... Oh, okay.
It's for decoration.
Decoration.
It keeps the sun out of his eyes, so he's not blinded.
But the sun will stay up in the sky. It will never meet with his eyeballs.
The light from the sun out of his eyes.
Oh, I see. That is neat.
And I keep walking.
Timry is just writing down a bunch of stuff, and Hackus is right behind him, like, basically doing the exact same thing.
Daenerys leans down to, Daenerys leans down to him. You are an absolute genius.
I know, and finally I can prove it!
This is wild.
Am I let outside?
Oh, yeah, they lead you outside, and you see the night sky. You're familiar with it. There are a few fewer stars, though, but a few lights just all around you. This is a very different place from the last place you awoke and the last place you went to sleep. And yet somehow it feels familiar. You're not sure why. It's not uncomfortable, but it's weird.
I immediately just like walk politely back inside with everyone else outside and just close the door.
Hello, welcome to Talos. Ah.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. You want to buy anything? Just
I
kind of
don't
shrugs.
think she has any money.
Where did you...
What is buy? I don't understand what that is.
Oh my goodness.
Buying is exchanging goods for other goods. Most of the time, we use these things called money, which take the place of little tiny. He starts going into innate detail, like that of a professor.
Asmo just goes, okay, I need you to... All right, so what is happening right now exactly?
Hackus brought a crystal from
Okay.
a grove, you said?
Oh, the overgrowth, way out there. Way out there. I was walking for a long time.
As you do. And so
In
you
the
grabbed this...
overgrowth.
Okay, brought a crystal and put it into a series of metal,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's alive.
Well, Uncle Talos put it in the metal. I just found it.
Okay, Hackus, thank you. But it's just...
No problem, just making sure we're clear.
Is it magical? Is it part person?
Oh, yeah.
I think even without using my ability to detect magic, I could tell that thing is definitely fucking magical. But...
you can just talk to me. I am right here.
What are you?
I am T-wig.
Okay,
Yeah, but what are you?
yeah. What are you? Your name is T-wig, but what are you?
What are
Well,
you?
If I may interject, the gem was definitely some type of nature magic, perhaps ancient and old.
Cool. Okay.
Do you have any memories?
The ears shift a bit, and T-wig will go downstairs into the workshop and gather as much metal as possible, just filling up their hands with just tons of scrap metal.
Yeah, a little gnome is at your feet, and a elf is behind you almost the entire time, just curiously looking on.
I'm grabbing everything. If it's a tool, if it's just like a piece of scrap metal, I'm grabbing it.
Yeah, he's
And
not
I'm
stopping
gonna-
you. You find like little bits of clockwork gears. You're finding slabs of metal. You're finding hammers.
Okay, I'm gonna drag all that upstairs. I'm gonna dump it on the floor, and I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals to turn all of it into rabbits.
Yeah, so basically it sets down like a bunch of cogs and sheets of metal and tools, and all of a sudden they start becoming sentient little rabbits, and they're just kind of hopping around.
Are they still made of metal?
No, they are animals.
What?
I look towards Wolfgang and I go,
I remember that.
Huh.
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 That's neat.
It is
That-
neat. You're
Hacker.
correct. It is very neat.
That is quite impressive.
Hackus is just kind of bouncing. Starts making even like more notes.
So you said your name was T-wig, correct?
Yes, T-wig. T-W-I-G. T-wig.
So you can spell too. Wait. Twig.
tilt my head.
Twig, like a small stick. A twig.
Oh, yes.
Your name is a pun because you're filled with nature magic.
What is a pun?
A pun is and
No, don't explain that.
Tyler stops. I'll tell you later. He just starts reading a newspaper.
I do not know what to do now.
Can you eat?
No.
There goes that plan.
So there, Tamri, what are you gonna be doing with this?
Yeah, and gestures towards T-wig. So what's
So what are you gonna be doing with this? You can have him.
Well, now that I've proved that it's possible, I want to make more. I want to be able to produce more
Listen.
Arcanotons.
Hackus had to go all the way to the overgrowth, wherever the hell that is, and grab this powerful ancient crystal filled with nature magic. If you're going to want to make more of these, I don't know how you'd power them.
Well, that's why I need money. We've proven that it's possible. I just need the funding now.
I have an audience with Bahoom. I can tell him that you have created life, and you will get your funding. But this is a lot to unpack. I just wanted to collect you for dinner. Jamot has it on the stove.
Is it that time already? Oh, god damn it. Of course, right. Sorry, terribly sorry. It's a big night. Very big night.
so Asma just goes, so what's for dinner? Just like Asma's just shrugging like this is insanity. Like that's so what's for dinner. Like
Those rabbits last for an hour, by the way, so the place is just overrun with them right
Yeah,
now.
they're just hopping around. One of them is on Talos's head. Kind of reaches up, scratches it a little. It nibbles on his finger. He uses the saliva from it to turn the page on his paper.
Bloody hell.
Daenerys going to take the little clockwork bird from his pack. He's going to wind it up and he's going to show it to T-wig with a big smile on his face.
There's a
I
little
like
flapping metal bird in his hand.
Can I take it? I want to reach
Yeah.
out and take it.
Yeah,
Can I
let's take it.
gently?
Oh, I like this thing.
I kind of look at it.
I actually got it here, and he motions around to note out where there are others.
That is crazy. That's where I came from.
Yes. And so these come from here too. They're very good.
They're very good. Very neat. Yes.
Extremely
sh-
neat.
I put it on my shoulder.
Although it's not alive like you are, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
In order for it to move like you move, you have to turn that key. But it doesn't think like you think. It doesn't speak like you speak. It doesn't feel like you feel. That's what sets you apart from it.
Maybe we have to look closer.
I wind up.
It stops moving, and then
I
you
wind
wind
it
it up. It starts moving again.
I like you. I want to go with you.
The bird begins to like fly in the air.
All right.
I'm following you and the snake, you the cat, and weird head man.
Like where? What? 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 Oh God!
Oh,
what?
just go with it. This is absolutely fascinating. Plus they're going with us anyway, so why not?
As far as I can tell, this is history. This is the first
Arcanaton.
Arcanaton.
Not a bad name.
A metal,
thank you.
A metal person that thinks and feels and can do things for themselves.
It even has
No.
preferences.
No,
Look to Timry.
no, I am not this thing. I am
Not-
T-wig.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. You're T-wig.
I nod.
Thank you. I am going with them now.
I'll be joining you, I suppose.
Leave your wrench behind.
He takes it out of his back pocket and tink, tink, tink.
I don't think that T-Wig likes getting hit with the wrench.
Careful, Timry. It might develop a grudge.
I repeat what Wolfgang said.
It coughs a little.
Wolfgang sort of his mouth goes slack at that.
He makes a big bold note in his notes.
You see him underlining it constantly.
Yes, he underlines it thrice.
Okay, I will follow you. You are the pack leader, and we are a pack. Let's go.
All right, well, let's go to dinner, I suppose. Ooh, what are we having? Says Hackus.
Hackless, I'm with you. What are we having? Like,
That's just like disbelief.
Yeah, Wolfgang takes his hat off again, just sort of like rubs his forehead and his cheek. He's just like, what the bloody hell is tonight?
Oh, wait until Elliot sees T-Wig.
is Elliot still saying fuck?
Yeah,
Wait.
he is. And by the way, I reel back and I like smack Asmo really hard on like the hands.
Instead, you take 0 damage instead of -1.
Ow!
Seeing this, I'm gonna smack Denier on the back of the head,
Oh no!
not knowing what this means. Do I have to roll anything, or can I just like smack him on the back of the head? I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, I'll allow for pong.
Yeah.
You hear a tank from behind you as you get struck on the back of the head with what feels
That's
like
for
a metal
swearing
gauntlet.
around my son.
Hey, that was some fucking good steak, okay? And I will not take that back.
It was good, but you didn't have to vocalize it around my little 2.5-year-old boy.
Oh, Denier, what are you whining about?
Oh! He's holding the back of his head. T-Wig
Hackle-
hit me!
We are bonding like you two are.
But you hit a lot harder than Wolfgang does.
Wolfgang leans into Asmo. You're not teaching this one, fuck.
What is fuck?
No, God.
Scene change.
Well, fucking is what.
Do I actually learn or not? I need to know if I actually learned
he
this.
begins to talk as a pratfall cuts him off.
All right.
All right, you guys end up at Wolfgang's manor, which has been de-gilded and is slowly and has been, for the most part, restored to its former glory. Jamat greets you and realizes, oh shit, there's a lot more people than I thought. I'll be just a couple moments longer, sir.
That's okay.
I
One of
think-
them doesn't
Didn't
eat
realize we were
apparently.
having so much company.
Yeah, we weren't expecting a lot of stuff either.
The trees here are really weird. You can like walk inside of them.
Yes, my lady, I suppose they are.
What is
other
lady?
tiny gnomes talks to you. Timry walks up to him. Don't worry, cousin, I'll fill you in. He puts his arm around Jamat, and he starts very excitedly talking to him.
Hold on. What is lady?
Uh,
A very incomprehensible species that we're still trying to understand, or at least me.
shh. Don't
I-
listen to him.
Well,
A female. A female. An adult female. Is a lady.
I see.
Are you. Do you have a gender?
I am T-wig.
I think that's a soft
All right.
no. That's a soft no there. Okay.
All
So
right,
let's-
you get.
It's got a like green orb in its chest, dude. It doesn't really have anything going on, I think.
I think it's got a lot more going on than we know.
Elliot sort of waddles into the room. Dada home, Uncle Fuck. He points at you, Asmo.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's Funkle. It's Funkle Asmo.
Asmo picks him up.
Fuckle.
Uncle Fuck.
Uncle fuck. Oh my god.
No, Elliot. His name's Asmo.
Uncle Fuck.
Oh.
Have you been good? Have you been behaving for your dad?
He kind of sheepishly nods. Mm.
That's good. That's good. That's good. So,
And Asmo just takes him off to like where the dinner area is.
That
His
is
eyes widen when he sees
oh,
T-wig.
Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Mm.
See
I
what that-
point at it. I point at this thing that has now appeared, this small human thing. And
Asmo puts him down.
I
Yeah,
try
it's-
and using the knowledge I have to my use, I point and I try to figure out what this is, and I point and I go,
It is a human puppy.
Human
Yes.
puppy. He points at you.
Wolfgang sweats really hard at the mention of that last one. Yeah, and he goes to pick up Elliot, and like strokes back his long black
Yeah,
hair.
his arms are like jiggling very happily and excited to see T-wig.
Yeah, this is my son. This is Elliot. Elliot,
But
say hi
this-
to T-wig.
Your
Hello.
son. Hello. What? Wait, but the sun is outside inside of the sky.
No, son with an O. My child. My child.
Oh, I see. This is your offspring. I understand this now. This is
Asmo's
your
pouring a
human
drink
puppy.
right now. He's just like, oh fuck, just keep pouring.
He has some very nice whiskey in a decanter.
Good. That's Asmo takes a decanter.
Hi. Wait, I think that was the other guys. No, you can go ahead and take that. Elliot, say hi to T-wig.
Hello, T-wig.
You can't talk properly. That's funny.
I just keep walking.
Hmm.
Just looking at everything. I want to take in everything. Is there like art or anything on the walls or anything like that?
Would you have hung up any art? I'm sure you would have taken down all the stuff.
I would have
from
taken down all of the self-portraits he had.
Yeah, all of that stuff has either been sold or burned.
Yeah.
I
I would probably have some artwork of like the older Connolly singing it.
Yeah, and there's a coat of arms up there, whatever that would have been.
Okay, I'll take a look at those. Just kind of like a tourist or like a museum person, just walking around and taking in everything, including like brooms and stuff, because those are new and fresh.
Does T-wig have a sense of smell?
That is up to you.
I believe I believe you would have at least a sense of.
Yeah, I have sensors. I can hear and I can see and I can probably smell. But
Yeah, you smell. You smell hot meat
mm.
in the air, and everybody else is just kind of hearing sizzling and stuff and clanking as two gnomes are chatting up in the kitchen.
Okay, I'll kind of like not dawdle too far from the pack, knowing my knowledge, and stick close to people, but kind of wander whenever I can at an arm's length just to look at something.
Yeah, you're getting followed everywhere.
Yeah, I kind of feel that, but at the same time, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, well, eventually, Elliot would wiggle his arms and try to go over to Uncle Kitty.
I'm sorry, what? You cut out a little bit.
Sorry, Elliot would eventually wiggle away and try to go over to Uncle Kitty. Uncle Kitty!
Yeah, he'll sit him
over
down.
to Denier.
Yeah.
Hey there, kiddo. How you doing?
Uncle Kitty. He's just kind of like bobbing up and down as he sees you, and he kind of like grabs at your tail a little bit.
Denier will pick him up, and he'll smile a little bit
He's
towards
still
him.
holding your tail as it curls up with him. He lets go, and it flops back down.
Been
He
doing
starts
good?
reaching at your face hairs.
Careful not to pull too hard. He gives the little
let's-
smile.
And it gives like a little tug on your cheek hair, but luckily he misses your whiskers.
Oh, thank God.
He got your whiskers a few times, and it always hurts.
Yeah, it does. Denier is going to tell Elliot just a little kid story while everybody else is cooking and everything.
Oh, T-wig wants in on that.
Wolfgang slowly looks over and narrows his eyes. He remembers the last couple of stories he told.
I'm not going to go into it, but he's just telling him a little children's story, an actual children's story.
You've been chastised a few times in the past for telling stories that were too scary.
Where Wolfgang summons Requiem.
Denier slowly steps behind T-wig.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh,
You
what
know,
is- yeah,
have you ever seen a book?
a book.
Yes.
No. Well, I haven't.
Book.
Denier is going to go into his bag, and he's going to grab one of his normal reading books, just something that he's currently reading. I'd say probably something about the history of the empire that we're currently in at the moment. And he's
Okay.
going to hand it over to T-wig.
I'll thumb through it.
This is a tome of knowledge. Basically, knowledge is imprinted in words.
It's made of tree skin.
So, I think
The ears are gonna shift a lot for like probably about a minute just to process this. And I'm gonna look down at Denier and go,
so. You look at a dead tree and you hallucinate to gain knowledge.
That is actually a very accurate representation.
No, it's
Dead
not.
This
tree.
is weird.
I like close the book and hand it back and just kind of shudder a little bit.
It can be a little bit fun, depending on the books that you read.
There are different types. Are they made from rock skin?
Rock skin. Some of them, yes. Denier looks at Elliot.
Raskin.
By the way, speaking of books with skin on them, what did I ever do with that Necronomicon?
It's probably just sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Okay.
Probably on a shelf that Elliot can't reach, but
Yeah, that's a top shelf book right there.
it's in the top shelf in your study.
All right.
You haven't looked too much into that ever since it caused Denier to get a heavy nosebleed. In fact, you've almost forgotten about it until you thought about it just now.
Yeah, I heard book and skin, and I'm like, huh.
Flesh book.
What did I ever do with that crazy demonic package of evil?
It's been a long
YouTube
9 months. Eventually, Jamat will come out with a delicious smelling roast, and everybody will sit around a dinner table. T-wig will observe the feasting of.
Oh no, I'm gonna sit down. I'm
Okay.
gonna join.
Oh yeah,
I will-
but you wouldn't be partaking in the food.
Well, I might ask for some food.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
grab a fork and knife, and if anyone's serving anything, I will just nod and accept it.
Yeah, so you get a plate with what seems to be a chunk of red meat and some white mushy stuff there, and then there's that's a carrot. You know that. That's a carrot.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stare at it. The food that's in front. I'm just gonna stare at it the entire time.
Analyzing.
I'm just imagining there's this nice light like piano music while we're all eating, Everyone's like slowly slicing their food, like a nice awkward meeting. There's just T-wig sitting there staring at everybody.
Yeah, basically.
What do I do with you?
So during the dinner, basically, Timry would have brought up, like, so if we can get funding to try to, design a few more like T-wig over here, we might be able to, I don't know, but if you could maybe get an audience with the royals, or, I don't know, just one of the higher paying nobles. I know that Mr. Crowley's having a shindig sometime in the next few days.
He's talking to Wolfgang, I assume.
He's talking to the room.
Well,
Didn't we chase Crowley out of the house, or am I thinking of a different?
No,
guy?
that
Think of
was
Roxley.
Crowley.
Yeah, you're thinking of
Crowley is
Loxley.
Crowley is the guy whose son died at the wall.
Oh, right.
He's the one I walked in on having sex in the library.
And he's still been relatively friendly with you guys. Like, he's, like, a couple of you may have been to, like, or at least Wolfgang, you might have, out of, sheer, not obligation, but just trying to keep face, shown up to one of his parties, and Denier, you might have shown up to. A lot of people go to those.
Oh, yeah, it's a shindig. One of his smaller, medium, or larger ones.
From what I understand, it's one of the larger ones. It's to, commemorate the life of his son.
Oh.
You realize it's been about a year since your journey started.
Long year it's been. Well, it depends on what kind of attention you want for the funding. I could go to the royals, ask them to get you some funding. I mean, this is a massive discovery. You could breathe life into metal.
T-wig just looks up and stares at Wolfgang.
And I might need T-wig to come with me for that.
Well, of course. Can't just go asking without any, proof. It would mean a lot to me.
I'll see what I can do.
I mean, the three of you are the heroes of this whole city, and getting an endorsement from you lot would help.
What is a hero?
Aslan chuckles as he's sipping from the decanter.
It's someone who's done a lot of good and saved a lot of lives.
And you're a hero?
I suppose someone would call me that, yeah.
Hero, Daddy. Jamat's sort of like feeding Elliot some like mashed carrots and peas.
I have
As-
question.
All right.
I raise my hand politely.
Point. And out of instinct, I point at the person who raised their hand from teaching.
I point to Asmo, who's drinking this decanter.
What is he drinking? And why does he willingly drink this thing that smells like poison?
That is because the goal of this is to accumulate enough that my liver's unable to process it anymore, and it makes me silly.
Speaking of which, go ahead and roll a con save. You've been drinking at this for about 15 minutes.
Okay, a con saving throw. That's 23, baby.
Your liver's handling it like a goddamn champ.
Yeah,
You're
but
barely feeling it.
Besides, once you've done a long day, and you always find a reason.
By the way, did Hackus come with us too?
Nah, he ended up staying with his uncle Talos, or his grandpa Talos.
Okay.
And trust me, if you hang out with a Hackless for more than an hour, you
Asmo just kind of lifts up the drink and looks at Denier and Wolfgang.
Well, that's a matter of perspective, I suppose, but
found him in a cage. Wonder how they got him in that cage. So they could take him to Temri and they could say like, "Oh, we'll help you get to where you're going there, buddy."
Let's not talk about your illicit activities.
I didn't do it. I stopped them. Thank you very much.
You know what I mean, asshole.
T-wig adds.
Sheesh. He eats another spoonful of mushed peas.
T-wig will watch the human puppy do this.
Yeah, the human puppy's kind of splashing around the food in front of him, just like smacking his hands on it. Yeah, smack, smack, smack.
While Elliot eats, Daenerys going to use prestidigitation to make, pretty lights, and he's going to entertain Elliot a little bit.
Elliot looks up and stops smacking his food, just kind of like, ah. And that helps, Jamat just kind of gives you like a thank you sort of nod, and he is able to feed Elliot a bit easier.
Yeah, he'll work with Jamat and keep Elliot's attention.
Yeah, you guys enjoy dinner through the night. And T-wig, where would you end up staying?
I probably would literally like be wandering the halls like a ghost because I don't sleep.
Yeah, basically when it's time for everybody to leave, Asma, you have your own place. Like the Royals have set you up with a pretty slick apartment.
Sweet, I got a loft.
Yes. And Daenerys, you have a place to stay pretty much at the college, or you've been mostly sleeping at either the Wizzlestein Spire or at the Academy of the Arcanaton. It just depends on where you've been all day.
Yeah.
But you have places to stay pretty much wherever. Meanwhile, T-wig, which one would you end up going with or staying with? Because Timry would not force you to go back with him. He wants you to.
I don't want to go back with Timry. My thoughts on them are kind of all over the place. Is there like a garden or like any sort of like any area nearby that would have any greenery or animals of any sort that I could access that is like safe?
There are two parks. One that leads toward the Wizzlestein Spire, which would probably be the safest one. And then there's one on kind of the outskirts of town near that dwarven city that you guys were teleported into.
That's a ways away.
I have a question and a suggestion. Do we have access to the teleporter to Amberglade?
Yeah, you just need to make the request, and typically you'll be allowed to get back there. You've gone back there a couple of times, once on the anniversary of your wife's death, and of course several times in the transition of moving back to Dragon's Rest.
I assume I emptied out my old house and it's just there.
You still have it. You still own it, so you can stay there whenever you want. You have moved a lot of the significant pieces of furniture that you wanted to keep here, but the place is still fairly furnished. It's just more of a husk and doesn't feel as much like a home.
Knowing that T-wig sort of has like a nature attunement to it, I'll go and tap it on the shoulder and be like, hey, if you want to stay here for a while, that's perfectly fine with me, but I think I might know the perfect place for you.
I would like to stay here.
Here? Okay.
Well, I would like to walk for a bit. I will come back.
Okay. You're free to look at any of my books. Just put them back when you're done with them.
Do you have poetry?
I'm sure I do somewhere. I can look around for some poetry books.
Go ahead and roll an investigation with advantage. You know your house.
Natural 20.
Nice.
You find a couple of books. There's a book of old nursery rhymes, which, you have read to Elliot a number of times. You're not sure with T-wig's childlike innocence if that would be the most appropriate, but you also have a book, basically chronicles of several bards with various types of poetry within it.
I just like cut my arm and I just start putting all the books into my arm and I carry them all over. There you go. Got yourself quite the selection there.
I will take the poetry book by all the bards. I'm just gonna grab that and just like open a compartment, just put it in there and close it.
Okay. And I'll set the rest on like a side table or something in case it wants to read more.
Thank you. What are you?
Me?
Yes.
I am Wolfgang.
No, you're not. You're
What?
like not a wolf, and you're like one guy.
No, Wolfgang is my name.
I just shake my head and leave. I'm just like, whatever. I just go. I open the front door. I want to find this park. I'd like to find a dog, like a mastiff or like any sort of dog.
Go ahead and roll a survival check.
Okay. Oh, it's my first roll. Hooray.
Yeah.
18.
You start wandering the streets as Timri and Jamat offer to show you toward a park where there would be some nature. And as you're wandering around, you hear the familiar sound of "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff." It rings back to your time in the woods where you'd constantly find yourself watching as packs of wolves run around a serene glen on a nice breezy day.
All right, aggressively.
And you start
I'm
wandering
gonna
off in
chase
that.
I'm gonna chase that dog down and scan it.
Are you chasing? Are you like essentially just like doing that thing that from Big Hero 6? What's his face again? The big
BMO. Or no,
BMO,
not
just-
BMO. It's
Not
sorry, that was
Baymax.
Adventure Time. Baymax,
Baymax,
that one.
yeah.
Furry
Just
baby.
chasing with his hands.
Yeah, I'm chasing the dog. I want to scan it.
You're able to track down the dog pretty quickly. It seems to be barking up at a balcony where a cat is sitting there hissing at it.
All right. All right, I'm gonna scan it and add that to my repertoire. And then
Yeah,
I'm gonna find a puddle. Is there any like puddles or any ponds or anything like that as well?
Yeah, as you get closer to the park, there is a small pond in the park. It's been relatively dry the past few days, so there aren't really any puddles around, but you do find yourself at a small pond in this circular park outside of this very, very tall tower at the center of this odd landscape that you found yourself in.
Okay. I'm gonna look down at my reflection.
Yeah,
And
Timmery hangs around for a little bit until it starts getting too late.
Okay. I do this by myself if I
Yeah.
the moment I know I'm alone. I'm gonna look at my reflection and I'm gonna like take my hand and kind of like touch it. It just kind of.
The water ripples as you look down at this metal face looking back at you. It's strange seeing it. You're not that woody, stony face that you remember.
This is what we are now.
You get a calming feeling.
The ears twitch and I kind of like take a fist to the water and then get up and just wander around for the rest of the night.
It splashes. You hear a couple of birds like chitter out of the trees as they flap away. And as you wander around the park for the night, here is where we will take a break. All right, so before you went to bed, or before you made your separate ways, you all kind of agreed to meet up at the meat house sometime in the morning to, probably for lunch, in order to discuss exactly how you wanted to handle, T-wig, and exactly what you intend to do about Timri's request to get funding. So Wolfgang, you wake up in the morning and T-wig's just sort of wandering around your house.
Oh. Sort of get out of bed and I open my door.
T-wig, you hear the door open from wherever you are in the home.
I immediately run that way, just running.
Yeah, you hear clonk, 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 clonk. Like
Hello.
booking it up your stairs.
T-wig sees Wolfgang, not wearing much, because he heard noises in his house. He was startled. Okay, it's you. Hello.
It is me. Hello.
Hello, T-wig.
I am gonna crack open that chest plate. I'm gonna pull out the poetry book and I'm gonna hand it back to Wolfgang.
Thank you for the book.
I use it to cover my front. Thank you. I
I don't care. Like I don't understand. So.
All right. Well, you do see that Wolfgang is covered in scars. Think like Vax the Stampede level scars.
Okay.
He looks like that one old bear you used to know that didn't have much fur left, was just covered with scar tissue.
I nod. I know this. I just kind of look at him and just like all down, all the way up. I'm gonna scan him. Actually, I'm gonna scan Wolfgang.
Oh fuck.
Human.
Ah, boo. Oh well. Thank you for the book.
Is that really all they get?
Yeah. They scanned your physical form, and you are human.
You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm gonna get dressed. If you want to follow me, we're gonna meet the other guys that you met last night.
Okay.
And we're going to discuss some things, and we might end up going to see the king.
What is a king?
Well, a king is... It's early. A king is someone who rules over other people and dictates what they can and can't do for their own protection.
The ears kind of flick around.
Like
something inside of you parses that it means alpha.
Yeah.
I was gonna go for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will follow you then.
Okay. And Wolfgang closes the door, gets dressed.
I go in. I try and go in with the door. Like
Well,
I'm following you, like right behind you.
you're gonna...
You told me to follow you.
Wolfgang just gets dressed in front of T-wig. It doesn't really matter at this point.
T-wig's gonna play with the little clockwork bird as he's doing that.
So
It flutters around as you twist it, as you let go of the little key spinner.
Okay.
how are you? How are you? Adjusting, I suppose.
We don't feel great, but it is hard to explain, I guess.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, I guess let me know.
Okay.
As you get dressed and you make your way outside,
Oh, I think you're
Oh.
gonna say something. Sorry.
Yeah, I was
Sorry.
gonna say, can you feel pain?
No.
Can you be damaged?
Yeah.
Do you repair yourself? Because I can. Does magic work on you? Is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I mean, my magic does, so I assume other people's magic does.
That's gonna take some getting used to.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. So
All right.
you.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, you get dressed and you head outside. The streets are clamoring like there seems to be a lot of bustle and gossip going around town about a big bust that happened over at the warehouse district. A lot of people are throwing around that like, oh man, I hear it was the Wraith. The Wraith busted this place wide open again. Basically you're hearing as you're walking around the streets all this gossip. As you're walking through the main square, you see a small group of protesters decrying the king. Basically yelling out, they believe us as lesser people. They think that we are not true citizens, that we have no say. What do we say to that? No! Go to hell! You got kind of used to this. Like, more and more of these demonstrations have been popping up.
Is the
But-
crowd so dense that we can't get by without like shoving our way through?
It's not a huge crowd. It's a relatively small crowd with a very raucous base.
All right, T-wig.
Yes.
Be sure to follow right behind me, so you don't get
Right.
lost.
I've been doing that this entire time.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure.
And
All right,
Wolfgang,
now.
is the king nice? Is he gonna tell me to do bad things?
I don't think so.
I do not think so.
I don't know what's going through his head. I just know that he's not a bad man. Dragon.
What?
He's a dragon.
What's a dragon?
Like a big lizard with wings.
Oh,
But it can talk, and it's really smart, and it's really powerful.
okay. A big lizard with wings. Got it.
But it can take the form of a man, like basically what
Okay,
I am.
now this is just getting confusing now. Is it a
Right?
man or is
It's-
it a dragon?
It's a dragon, but it can take the shape of a man.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy dragon magic.
You guys make your way through town square. The familiar aroma of roasting meat begins to fill your nostrils, and you know you're getting close to the meat house. Asmo, Denier, roll initiative for me, real quick.
Can I be right back 1 second, real fast?
Yes. T-wig and Wolfgang, you guys arrive at the meat house, and Denier's sitting there at your new regular table.
What is this place? Is the king here?
The king is not here. We're gonna see if we can meet him later, but this is a place where everybody in the public can come and eat, you know, what we did last night.
Yes. You need to do that to provide energy to your bodies.
Yes, exactly.
You're gonna have fun with Pig.
There is a pig here?
I
His
immediately
name-
run it. I run inside. I'm excited now.
You shouldn't have.
As you run inside, there is a dense smell of smoked meat hits your nose. And as you're looking around, you begin poking through this place. Like, do you just kind of walk through?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tour it out.
You would
anything.
eventually find a pig hanging upside down from a hook.
Well, I can't scan that.
And there's a large, pear-shaped man. Like, he's probably he's taller than you by at least a couple of heads.
What?
Hello. Oh, hello. I am T-wig. It is nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Pig.
But you're... Oh my god, this place is awful.
I just shake my head.
Oh. I'm sorry, I ain't hear you liking.
No, you're okay, but like your name is Pig, but you're not a pig. You're like a big, strong man.
Oh, thank you.
Do you happen to have pig that are like not being shitty at being animals?
And I point up at the dead pig up above.
It was a pretty good pig, that one. I don't know, we could go down to the slaughter grounds and see which ones he's like.
Nah, I can't leave. I need to stay with my pack. But thank you, though.
Alright, well, you feel free to grab yourself a seat, I guess.
Thank you.
I walk over and sit down.
Asmo, you kind of like come running down the street. You realize, fuck, you agreed to a lunch meeting. Got toast in your mouth.
Oh, he's got like a whole loaf of bread.
Yeah, you stop by the baker and
Fucking hell! I forgot about that.
Just
I
runs
wish
in
I
and
could
sits
forget
down
about that.
sits down in the chair.
Sorry, a little bit late. I had to, just one of those nights.
As you were walking through the town, you were hearing a bunch of people talking about the bust last night of the warehouses. A lot of people were crediting the Wraith, which you kind of rolled your eyes at a little, but...
Asma, and as a small side, I heard the snake was involved. And Asma keeps walking by, constantly doing that.
Who's the snake? You kind of hear.
There are more snakes?
You gotta be honest. I gotta be honest with you. Not a lot in this part of the world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few lizard folk wandering around, but...
Is there?
Yes, there would have been...
Running up and scanning one of those guys.
Yeah, as you're walking through the town, you would have like found maybe any kind of Komodo dragon type man.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna scan that.
And you would have found a bunch of Dragonborn. There are a lot of Dragonborn in this town.
Okay.
So many damn Dragonborn.
In character, Monty, is T-wig's voice sort of neutral sounding? Like
It's pretty neutral. It's kind of hard to discern one or the other.
pretty, yeah, sort of like androgynous.
Yeah, neutral,
Alright.
pretty neutral.
True neutral.
To get from that.
T-wig, would you mind doing something for me?
Okay.
Denier reaches out and he pulls out the snow globe. Can you please touch this?
Is it dangerous?
No, but it will react based off of what you are.
Oh.
But it is not dangerous.
Well, I hope it shows that I'm very neat.
And I'll pick it up.
It doesn't seem to register anything. Like the snow in there does not seem to change color at all. But it does start to vibrate.
Uh-oh. Denier's going to try to reach out and take it.
The snow begins to turn green as you grab it and you pull it back.
Okay.
Did I win?
It's more of a curiosity than anything. So depending on what you are, the snow inside the snow globe turns a different color. Like how when I touch it, it turns green. When Wolfgang touches it, it turns white, so on and so forth. But for you, it didn't turn a color, it just started vibrating.
Oh.
The ears kind of droop down.
That's not a bad thing. That's just a different thing.
How is nothing different, though?
But even though it didn't turn a different color like it does us, it did show a different result. It began to vibrate in your hand. So just because you're different does not mean that you're bad.
Just because you're different does not mean that you are bad.
It means that you're neat.
I'm pretty neat.
Yeah,
Good
you
lesson.
are.
Good lesson, Denier. Can you do me a favor real quick? Can I see that snow globe?
He'll hand it over.
I just want to see something. I walk over to Pig.
He looks back at you.
Oi, welcome back.
Welcome.
We're just still getting started up here.
It's one of our new favorite hangouts. Can you touch this snow globe for me?
Odd request. I ain't washed my hands, is that okay?
Kind of wipes his nose on his forearm.
We can figure it out.
Alright.
He touches it, and as he picks it up, the snow starts to turn blue.
Oh, fancy. It's like rain.
Hands it back to you.
Yeah, he sort of taps his fingers on his arm and reaches out and holds it and looks at it.
Turns white again.
Goes that deep then. All right, thank you. And I prestidigitation the orb, so it's not sticky or anything.
Yeah, he had like little greasy mitt marks on it.
All right, I go back over to Denier.
Fascinating little doodad, didn't it?
Well, apparently, I didn't know humans aren't white.
They aren't?
Humans are blue. I reach over and touch the orb again.
It starts glowing white.
Maybe it's because of the whole, glowy eyes dealy.
That's the gist of it. It makes me wonder. Was this such a fundamental change? I'm not even considered human anymore.
Questions we all ask ourselves at times, I suppose.
Big
Jesus!
standing behind you, wiping his hands with a rag.
How did you sneak up on me?
Hello.
Nah, I've been watching him slowly walk up on you. I just.
He just kind of shrugs.
So what's you got chicken?
Yeah? You want
That will-
chicken?
One chicken, please.
I got one chicken. Any lot want something else to eat?
I look around this restaurant. I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're kind of out on the patio kind of area. You're outside currently.
Is there any like sausage links or anything I can see?
There are probably some hanging from his belt.
Okay.
I will take one of those.
And I point to a sausage.
What, one of these are like a freshen?
Yes.
He smacks one off.
All right, I'll grab another one for you.
Thank you.
I'll take a chicken as well.
Another chicken.
Awesome.
And he looks to you, Wolfgang. Steak?
Awesome steak.
Well, I should fry up some eggs with that.
Yes, please.
Steak and eggs. All right. Extra sausages, chicken. All right, get to work for you.
Thank you, Pig.
Thank you very much, Pig.
Hi, big strong man.
I like you.
He points at T-wig.
He
He walks back. Yeah, he walks back in.
So what's the meeting for? Exactly.
Meetings for we'll be discussing T-wig actually.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. You're gonna be trying to talk to the king about T-wig to get some money for more T-wig.
Well, not more T-wig, but more like it.
But you cannot,
Why is that?
because I am T-wig.
Like that's what I was saying. We can't have more T-wigs because you're T-wig. More beings like yourself.
I
Is that-
I do not know how that will work,
Why is that?
because I don't know how I work.
That's fair, I suppose. As far as we know, you were born yesterday, literally.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. What is a birthday?
It's the celebration of the date of your birth,
Oh,
or the celebration of the date of your creation, I suppose.
what do we do when that happens?
How about-
Depends
how
on the
about-
region.
I have a big party. It's usually pretty fun.
Oh, well, we were all there yesterday and had food together, so that kind of works, right?
Well, it was the date of your
Yeah, that was the
Creations.
day. Yeah. Happy belated birthday.
the day it came to
Thank you.
life.
Why does Timmery want to make more? I do not understand this.
Well, there's really only one like you in the world.
Isn't that enough?
Asuma makes a face like, "Daw."
Think about it like this. When you were just a bunch of parts, and I know you could hear me because you quoted me directly. When you were just a bunch of parts,
I did?
I think so.
Hmm.
Do you remember me looking at you and all?
I remember a couple of things, but it's like, it's not all clear, if that makes sense.
Well, did you ever want to move around before you could?
I guess we did.
Maybe that's what others want.
Mm.
You're a person now. You can think and act for yourself. And maybe more beings will be able to, I don't know, help you find a place in the world or build a community or just do whatever you want.
You see the yawning face of another familiar elf walking towards you. This time it's the young lady, Venariel. She's yawning and just kind of, oh, sorry I'm late. My brother came home last night and he likes to talk.
Oh my god, is your brother Hackless?
Oh, you've met.
Son of a... Yes! That's what I said! Son of a bitch! God!
Yes, you have met then.
We actually met him first up in the north.
No, he has been up there studying for some time.
We found one of the gems on him.
Really, one of
Yeah.
the gem
one of-
gems, and she points towards
yeah,
you.
The gems. He had a dagger with one in the hilt. Thankfully, we managed to get it away from him.
Well, he does love tinkering. He takes after, I guess he calls him Uncle Timry like that.
Explains where he got it.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. You must be T-wig?
I am T-wig. Yes.
T-wig. Very nice to meet you. I am Venariel Wizzlestein. She holds out her hand as if to try to shake yours.
I will like grab like with my thumb and my pointer finger. I'm gonna grab her thumb and just kind of look at her hand, not really understanding what this is.
It's basically a greeting to show that neither of you are holding weapons.
What? I'm just looking at. She showed me her hand. I'm making sure it's okay. 'cause
You're
she-
supposed to put your hand in her hand, and you're supposed to move them up and down to show that neither of you are holding a weapon.
It's quite all right,
Oh.
Daenerys. She waves at you. It's quite all right, Daenerys. I understand.
Well, let me try. Let me try.
I'm gonna grab her hand with mine, and I'm gonna like push it towards her and then pull it towards me, like just like boom, boom, boom.
No, up and down.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
She kind of starts to move her arm in a motion.
I'm gonna make it go like really far up and then all the way as low possible, like just up and down as much as I can. Like
That
then
is-
not like fast, but like slow and methodical. Like I'm trying to be an expert at this.
You are incredible, she says, kind of like looking at you as you're doing this.
What is incredible? Is that like neat?
It's like neat.
It's like neat, but a lot better.
Oh gosh, they're so nice.
She kind of smiles. So you wanted to set up a meeting with the family, I take it. She looks over at you three.
That's right.
Well, Lord Bahoum is quite busy up north trying to ready for, well,
The big hoorah.
yeah, just trying to get ready for the upcoming summit over in Silver Gleam. Or Silver Rock, sorry. And
Yeah, see,
I could probably get you in with my lady and Lord Hresh, though.
They might be enough.
at least, my lady, you could like, Hrace doesn't need to be there, does he?
He'll probably be interested.
Is he still going on about us taking his private table?
He's not happy about it.
Well, you know, I gave them back their magic sword, so.
What
And-
is Harish?
Oof.
Hresh is the king's brother.
Oh, Is he also a dragon?
Yes.
Yep.
He also has a sister who is also a dragon.
Jeez.
I think so. There's like 3.
It's a whole pack of them.
I believe they call it a fury.
That is disconcerting.
Well, when they traveled back in what Horatio called the glory days, that's what he referred to them as. So,
Of course he would.
yes, he would. She kind of nods at you.
Well, not who you wanted, but I mean, the lady likes us.
Yeah.
Not likes you, at least.
Asmo smiles at Wolfgang.
I take it the information they provided you was useful? She looks towards you, Asmo. That was you last
Oh.
night, right?
To quote someone very frustrating, I can't say.
You
Don't
do that a
bring
lot,
him
and I
up.
still don't get it.
Don't bring him up anymore.
If you keep saying his name, we're gonna find one of his kin around here.
That's the last thing we need.
Keep your
Well, I will see
eyes-
what I can do about getting you an audience. I will send an emissary once I have a good time for you.
Thank you very much.
No problem. She yawns as she waves. Very nice to meet you, T-wig.
Oh, yes, it was very nice to meet you as well. You're excellent.
Oh, thank you. She nods as like she looks like she is very tired.
She's
And she
very
begins
what?
to walk
Sorry, you
away.
cut out there a little bit.
Sorry, she looks as if she is very tired.
Mm.
And she waves and she starts wandering away.
Daenerys waves back. See you at the tower.
Mm-hmm. She waves over her shoulder. Pig comes out with 2 chickens and a plate of steak and eggs and a couple of sausage links with a candle sticking out of one of them.
I heard the words birthday. Figured I'd take the initiative.
Aw.
Wait, is setting my food on fire part of being a birthday?
Yeah.
He strikes it with a bit of flint.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your sausage.
Well, now I feel rude.
It's a part of the custom that you didn't understand. Nothing to be rude about, or nothing to feel rude about.
I'm gonna intertwine my fingers and just stare at it and watch as the candle burns down.
Yeah, the wax starts leaking all over the link as it drips down onto the plate. And eventually the candle would go out and there's just like a nice little shell of wax over, like a nice little archway of wax over the sausage
Okay.
as everybody else
Stone.
is enjoying their meal.
Don't break eye contact. Just gonna stare at it the entire time.
It eventually fizzles out.
Ooh.
We all have our food, right?
Yes.
So this Asmo's not just going to devour the entire thing. He's actually going to use a fork and a knife and like tear pieces of it off.
Again, being a snake, you don't really chew, but as you peel off pieces of it, it's very tender, delicious smoked chicken.
Not indulging yourself today?
Hey, a giant pig is an end of a long journey event. Besides, after that last one, a bone got stuck coming on the other way out, so it was a thing.
It was awkward for everybody.
It was awkward for everybody. And I still can't go back to the library.
Still not allowed back in there.
No, still not. No.
You know, we keep telling you.
Close up on the window of the library. Known miscreant. Picture of Asmo.
Dun, 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 dun.
I can't believe Ariel's brother is goddamn hackless. Gah. I wish the world was so much bigger. Because it's too small.
The world is really big.
It could be bigger. It really could be, because just he drives me insane.
What is insane?
It is where you're What you see and your interactions and decisions make no sense.
Okay.
He drives me towards that.
With the wagon?
You know what? Given an opportunity, he might just do that.
Okay. I like these intestines filled with other meat. Interesting to me.
They're squishy, but
They are
snappy.
very. Hmm. So, are we going to meet this Hackelman and the lady sister?
We might be. The young lady that was here, she sort of works for the king and acts as like an advisor, and
Hmm.
she'll send for somebody to come tell us when it's okay to go.
Okay. What do we do in the meantime?
Asmo, Denier, Wolfgang, I want you to roll a perception check for me.
6.
Natural 20.
22.
Asmo, you're too preoccupied dissecting your delicious chicken. But Wolfgang and Denier across the street, you see the yawning maw of Garrick coming out of the constabulatory in his guard uniform. He puts on a little constabulatory hat and starts walking down the road.
Denier raises a hand. Oi!
He looks over and sees you.
He gives a happy smile and waves.
He waves back and wanders over towards you.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Hey.
Good morning, Garrick.
Morning to you, Garrick. How was work last night?
Oh, you know, I don't work the night shift, but I was up a little later than I wanted.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hello. You have a new friend.
Hello,
Pardon
I am
pardon my manners. I am Garrick. Garrick Brightscale. Very nice to meet you.
He holds out his
Hello,
hand.
I know this.
I take it and I just do all the way up and all the way down
Oh,
again.
okie dokie.
He's new.
I was born yesterday.
He just kind of like blinks a little bit very slowly as if, did I just hear that right or am I just really tired?
Yeah, we've had
Denier
a
nods.
long night ourselves.
Happy birthday, I guess.
Thank you. Would you like some of that?
I pick up the plate with the sausages.
I cannot eat. Would you like this?
Yes.
He
It's
kind of
red
like reaches
sauce,
out.
But you can have it. It might be a little cold as well.
It's no worries. He kind of like breathes on it with his mouth, and the Mac sort of melts off of it.
I like it a little overdone anyway.
Just naps at it. He's got a very he's very much like Asmo, but his face is shaped differently. He's got horns on the side of his head. He's not like any lizard folk you've seen.
I'm gonna scan him. While I'm looking at him, and scan him too.
Dragon ? Human ?
Okay. What color dragon is he? He's a silver.
He's
dragon?
bronze.
Oh, he's bronze.
Hey, Garrick. Quick question. You said you wanted to talk about something real fast. You want to step outside real quick and talk about it?
I will get that to you later. I do have a patrol I have to do for now.
He says as he's like licking his fingers.
Oh, you
Okay,
make such
sounds-
good sausage.
Alrighty, sounds good, Garrick.
It pertains to something we've been working towards, but that we can get to that later. There's no huge rush.
So, out of character, the other two don't know that Garrick's doing this, right?
Denier, how much time have you spent trying to keep up with Garrick?
He'd send a sending message once a week, but he doesn't physically track him down.
Yeah, you're unaware that you have go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, just general.
All right, just a straight up intelligence check. 15.
You have inklings that he's the Wraith, based on your previous conversations with him, but nothing concrete, and he doesn't seem to admit to anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, sounds good. Make sure to uphold the law today to the best of your abilities there, Garrick.
I always do, Asmo.
He kind of like tips his hat.
Very nice to meet you, T-wig.
I want to insight Asmo.
In what regard?
I want to see what the relationship between these two might be, whether they're friends or whether they're like rivals or enemies.
All right, Asmo, go ahead and roll. Asmo, go ahead and roll deception, I guess, since you're trying to keep this on the DL.
That's a 5.
Can I use my passive insight score?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll definitely beat that out.
You can tell that there's something secret between them. I mean, pretty much everybody at the table can.
Okay. I narrow my eye slots a little bit and then go back to sit down.
In truth, I did not want to give away the sausage, but if that big man came back and saw that I hadn't eaten it, I think he would have maybe been sad with me.
Speaking of which, he walks out.
Oh, good, you like your sausage. I'm glad.
Yes, it was quite delicious. Thank you.
I pride myself on it. Shall I build the same, put on the same tab as the usual?
He points at you, Asmo.
Yep.
All right, 3 more meals for Master Reich.
It's like the simple things in life, you know? It really is. He can afford it, he's rich.
Asmo gets up after finishing off the last little bite of chicken.
A formal-looking dragonborn is approaching you as you're leaving the restaurant.
I was told by the lady that you sought an audience, and I was told to come here to fetch you.
Oh,
Is who is it? Do we know this Dragonborn?
No, nobody specific, but you know that he's wearing the palace guard armor.
All right. Take us away there, buddy boy.
T-wig, come along.
Oh, sorry, I hit my toe. Let's go.
He kind of like eyes you suspiciously, T-wig, and proceeds to lead you. Says,
hello.
What color dragonborn are they?
They're almost every dragonborn you see is bronze.
Okay. I will follow very closely behind Wolfgang.
Yeah, they lead you basically back through town, back towards where you're familiar, where you came from, really, where Wolfgang is staying. Walk past his place, and you continue traveling up this mountain towards this beautiful gold and marble building that you're not entirely sure how to wrap your head around. It's massive.
These rock formations are very convenient.
Exactly.
They were crafted by the lords and lady themselves.
They made this?
By claw.
Huh.
I follow.
Yeah, they lead you as you get closer and closer to this palace. Excuse me. The decoration gets more and more ornate. Jewelry, like jewels, start popping up in some of the decorations, and eventually you guys are led into the palace and into a small waiting room where you think this is like the last place that you went to, and you find Tia and Teresh along with Venariel.
All right. So we're making time to see you guys. What exactly is all this about? Ah, there's another one now.
Hello, I am T-wig. You are very tall.
Yeah, in front of you is a 8-foot tall, like ogre of a man. His skin is shiny like yours, but bronze.
Veneer jazz hands towards T-wig. Ta-da!
I will jazz hands towards this Harish guy, thinking that this is an appropriate thing you do in a situation like this.
He kind of like eyes over the lot of you and then looks over to Venariel. Venariel steps forward. This is Lord Harish, master of the armies of this land, and she gestures towards this woman with shimmering mirror-like silver skin, this time closer to what you have, in a elegant blue and silver dress, is my lady Tia. Very nice to meet you. T-wig, was it?
Yes, it is T-wig.
And T-wig, what exactly are you?
I am T-wig.
She looks over to Harish. Harish just kind of looks back.
Yeah,
What was the word Jamat used to describe?
You mean Timry?
Yeah, Timry.
Yeah, you actually hear some footsteps coming down, and as the door opens, you see the little gnome waddle in. Sorry, I'm late. It took a while to come and get me. Hello. Oh, he looks up and he sees Harish, and he maybe comes up to Harish's shin. Oh, my lord, my lady. I see you've met T-wig.
Hello, Timmy.
Hello, T-wig.
Does he cross their arms? Hello.
Are you the creator?
It is hard to put it into words, but yes, I was the... Yes.
Okay. Then what is it?
It is T-wig. He's saying, trying to be very much like trying to get on your graces, T-wig.
I nod knowingly, like, yes.
As for the body itself, which T-wig is currently using, I like to call that a Arcanaton. He kind of like gauges you for a response.
The ears droop a bit.
It's not a fan of the name, but it is just a title that doesn't necessarily have any real significance.
Are you trying to appease it right now? What exactly is happening here?
Horatio is just kind of looking around.
Well, it's sentient. Just
Yes.
like me, just like you.
You hung out with him. It's very much true.
Read some poetry last night.
I did. Would you like to hear one?
Yes.
Asmo says, like, I want to fucking hear this.
Okay. Is it okay, Wolfgang? Can I?
Look towards Harish.
Horatio is like, I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. Like, just gesturing like, what the fuck?
Might as well.
Though the heart be still as loving, though the moon be still as bright, though the sword outwears its sheath, and so too does the soul outwear its breast, and the heart must pause to breathe, and love itself must rest. Though the night was made for loving, and the day returns too soon, it will go no more a roving by the light of the moon.
Tia actually applauds you. Beautiful.
Oh,
You memorized that yourself.
what is beautiful?
It is, elegant. Extraordinarily nice to the senses.
Oh, that's really good. I did. I borrowed a book from Wolfgang and hallucinated at night.
So you're saying you don't sleep?
No.
So you don't sleep, you don't eat. Do you breathe?
No.
Do you feel pain?
Asks
No.
Horace.
I do not feel pain, giant ominous man.
He kind of gives a he's giving kind of a smirk about that.
Do
about-
you feel pain?
Not much.
Oh, that's good.
At least it's been a damn long while since something's made me.
Do you have a broken heart?
What? No!
Oh, okay. There was a poem about that too, but I just, I wasn't sure.
You seem very intelligent, T-wig. Tell me, how well
Yes?
adaptable. You seem quite able and eager to learn. Tell me, what is it that you are currently capable of? Just a small demonstration. Doesn't have to be anything.
Let me see what I have. When I scanned Garrick, I'm gonna send a form to you. Am I allowed to have this?
Let me see. Let me change a few things around because I actually have to.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome back.
Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't turn into that. Never mind. Ignore
yeah,
that. I
no,
can't.
not that.
I'm not. No, it's actually out of my level. I'm going to turn into, because of Denier, I'm gonna transform into a lion.
All right, you begin to hear some like whirring happening within T-wig, and you see the seams glow a bit brighter green, and it seems to kind of overtake the form of T-wig for a moment, to the point that it's a very bright glow, and T-wig the shape begins to morph into that, the shape of a large cat. But it does not look like a normal cat. It looks very much like a robotic version of a cat. It's just
Asmo
sitting
whistles.
there, tail twitching.
Huh.
Huh.
Looks like there's more to T-wig than meets the eye.
Boo!
The cat says.
had to do it.
Again.
I
We kick
had to
Grim
do
from the
it.
camp. We gotta kick him from the camp.
Unfortunately, I can't talk in this
All
form,
right.
so yeah, I can't talk.
You hear a
It's-
just a kind of back off sort of cat meow.
I sit patiently waiting. Let them look, I guess.
Yes,
Little
Tia walks up
shy.
to you. Yes. Nature magic, I see. Wonderful.
I'm gonna shift back to being myself.
You're face to face with the lady dragon again, as she leans back. By the way, when you shifted while she was that close to you, the guards on the side of the room like instantly shifted, but she held up her hand and they stood down. Now, this is a... T-wig is quite wonderful.
Is that like beautiful and nice?
It is like beautiful, except instead of to the senses, just in general.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yes.
like better than neat.
Oh, wow. There's so much things that are better than neat.
There are.
There's a level scale.
I'm impressed. Harash?
Yeah. But I need to know what its field capabilities are.
Well, I can go into fields. I can make them grow. I can talk to the animals there. If you want the field to be like super, super good and healthy, I can do that.
Tia's just kind of like giving a calm smile.
What about your combat effectiveness?
Says Harish.
What is combat?
He kind of like pulls this massive claymore from his back.
It's what you have to do when you're ready to defend your country, when you're ready to defend your land. If something's going to harm something you care about, you have to take up arms against it. Are you able?
Well, I only have 2 arms, so if that's enough, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
It's like 2 animals fighting over food.
But
Are you able to fight?
I mean, I guess, but I don't.
T-Wig, you have a flash in your head. A memory of clashing blades against something. You hear a clang of metal, and you see sparks fly.
I grip my head and kind of stagger back, almost as if in pain. Ugh.
I don't know.
Well, then I believe a test is in order.
Says Harish. And I might have one in mind if you are willing, T-Wig. Nobody wants to force you.
Will it make you like me?
I already like you, T-Wig.
Oh, gosh.
My brother, on the other hand, is a little harder to impress.
Well, what about did you see,
I walk up to Harish with my arm, like, because I metal and I'm noticing the metal, and him like,
but we look the same, and I want him to like me too, because we look kind of the same, which is nice. No offense.
and I look to Asmo, Denier, and Wolfgang, who are made of flesh mostly.
Lots of juices.
Yeah.
Meat.
Okay, I guess I'll accept this test. What is it? Is it like a present?
Well, this may be of interest to you 3 as well. As you know, we are currently planning for the summit over in Silver Rock. Now, that's meant we've had to restation a few people in order to maintain security.
I heard Bahum was already over there.
Yes, my brother is overseeing along with the Baron. He's still so young, but he runs a tight ship, apparently. Yes, Barristan Kench, I believe his name was. But unfortunately, with all of their eyes and efforts over there, and as well as many of our troops, we haven't had as many patrols going through the Fallwood as we would like. And I think that's left it to become the home of some rather unscrupulous individuals that we wish to drive away.
When you said quick, forgive me, out of character. Who was Barristan Kench again?
Paladin.
You remember Pip? You remember how you met Pip?
Right. Oh God, dang it! I remember Barristan Kench.
No worries, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been.
Now, I know this task may seem a little under your pay grade, but I do believe it would be a fitting test for T-Wig here.
I mean, our last mission was to deliver a letter, and well, look where that got us.
Yes. It was a very important letter. I hope you know that now.
I do.
So do you accept?
T-Wig?
It would involve
do.
protecting the forest, if that makes a difference.
Hmm.
I look to the three.
Is this okay?
There's
Yeah.
a lot of good people in Fallwood Borough.
Okay. Well then, yes. If they like it, then I like it too, and I will say yes. We accept.
We
Wonderful.
accept as well.
Excellent. We will provide you swift teleportation back to Amberglade. I'm sure you know the way by now.
What is
boy.
teleportation?
Oh, T-wig, buddy. You're in for a wild ride.
It's magic that lets you go from one place to another place really fast.
Oh. I think we know of this.
Venariel, I believe you have business up there. Would you mind escorting them to their destination? Of course, my lady. Mr. Atson, please stay with us if you wouldn't mind. Of course. And Venariel just kind of nods to you and offers to escort you back to the teleportation circle
Okay.
in the
As
Dwarven
we're-
Forge.
As we're leaving, I want to look at Timry, and then point to one of my dents. Just tap it. Just point without breaking eye contact and keep moving forward.
He gives kind of a nervous smile. Venariel escorts you guys to T-wig. You've never seen a city like this before, but you see this massive underground cave that hosts another city very similar to the one you were just outside looking at. But this time it's full of a bunch of short people. Little stubby
more
short
Timry.
people.
Look at all the Timrys.
They look like fat Timrys. Stocky,
God.
muscly.
I scan one of them just for fun.
Dwarf.
Oh.
And there are a few
Dwarf.
gnomes in there as well.
That's more up to my speed.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys get to the teleportation circle, and T-wig, this light begins to glow all around you as a big bright curtain of arcane energy reaches up into the sky. And when it drops back down, you're in a different room, this time made of wood. And as the door opens, you look out into a breezy, calm spring field of Amber Glade. And here's where we will end our session.
Woo!
Oh, awesome. Welcome to the campaign, Nadine.
Yeah.
Welcome to the campaign.